As an art critic, I've found that sometimes the most profound modern poetry isn't actually trapped in some dusty old book. It's woven into the melodies we listen to on those late-night drives. So today, we're going to act as sonic explorers. We're breaking down this mesmerizing song, piece by piece, to truly understand the depth of its storytelling. Okay, let's just dive right into it. The songwriter immediately puts us in this very specific, but honestly completely universal headspace. I mean, picture it. It's 2 a.m., your room is totally quiet, you've got that soft lo-fi crackle playing in the background, and you're just staring at the ceiling. The lyrics go, "Oh, the nights are long, the memories are yours." Wow, it's such a beautifully melancholic hook. Right out of the gate, this line drops us into a heavy atmosphere of longing. The night isn't just a time of day anymore, right? It's this lingering presence that's defined entirely by the absence of someone else. And that opening sets the stage perfectly for our first theme. Section 1, the journey of nights and memories. So the dark kind of acts like an amplifier for our deepest, quietest thoughts. Look at how this progression works. It's brilliant. It starts with, talks are nights, those late night conversations that just stretch on until dawn. Then, nights are memories, because when those conversations finally end, the nights themselves actually transform into vessels of remembrance. And then finally, a smile remains in memories, which is this gentle, bittersweet conclusion to the whole thought process. And what's really cool here is the phonetic poetry of the original Punjabi. There's this natural melodic rhyme between Raatan, meaning nights, and Yadan, meaning memories. It perfectly captures that feeling of overthinking, where one thought just bleeds into the next, eventually settling into a lingering smile. But, that smile gets quickly undercut by a very real sense of emotional restlessness. The song says, "Heart doesn't attach without you, no peace at night." This line hits so hard because it taps right into the universal experience of being separated from someone you love. When the anchor of your life is just missing, everything else feels completely untethered. Your heart literally can't find anything else to hold on to. The peace that nighttime is supposed to bring us, the rest, the sleep, the quiet, it's totally shattered by this intense yearning. Which brings us right to section 2, metaphors of nature and separation. Here is where the songwriter really elevates this track way beyond your standard breakup song. The sheer scale of the imagery here is wild. Eyes search for your face like time searches for the moon. Let's just think about the weight of that comparison for a second. They aren't just saying, "Hey, I'm looking for you." They are actively comparing their searching eyes to abstract infinite time, perpetually chasing the moon. It's a massive, almost cosmic metaphor for endless yearning. Time never stops, and the moon is distant, constantly shifting its phases. It really paints a picture of a search that's vast, eternal, and basically woven right into the fabric of the universe itself. And that cosmic connection flows seamlessly into the very next thought. "Whenever I see stars, I don't forget your face." The lyrics take something so incredibly simple, literally just looking up at the night sky, and turn it into an inescapable trigger for memories. Those stars, they aren't just distant suns anymore. They've become permanent, shining reminders of the person who's gone. It's like the universe itself absolutely refuses to let the narrator forget. So now we arrive at section 3, the past and today, a central tension. This really gets to the core conflict that's causing all this pain. Notice the contrast we have here. On the one side, we see this vibrant past. Walking with you, every path felt beautiful. Simply being around the person they loved made the ordinary world feel extraordinary. But then, contrast that with the haunting present on the other side. Even now, your voice cries in the corner of my heart. The physical person is gone, and they've been replaced by nothing but the echo of a crying voice tucked away in some internal corner. The physical world, those beautiful paths they used to walk, have essentially been replaced by this internal landscape of grief. So, where exactly does all this tension leave the narrator? Let's get into section 4, changing world, unbreakable love. To really build up that narrative tension, the lyrics list out these massive, life-altering external changes the narrator has had to go through. Cities changed, which implies physical relocation, picking up and moving to entirely new environments. The weather changed, representing the literal passing of time and the seasons. And the pages of fate turned, acknowledging that destiny itself has shifted its course. Life has just aggressively moved forward. But here's the catch. Despite this overwhelmingly shifting world we just mapped out, we hit the emotional anchor of the track. But the heart's condition is the same. Love resides in breath, and your love is priceless. Everything around this person has changed completely, yet their internal condition is completely, perfectly untouched. This love isn't just a memory, it lives inside the very breath they take. It's sustaining, it's vital, and it is absolutely priceless. It's literally the one constant in a universe full of variables. And then the lyrics take this steadfast devotion and they give it a name. I mean, how do you even describe a love that outlasts cities, the weather, and fate itself? Well, the song defines true love as an unbreakable promise. If we meet once, I won't leave your hand, even God would look and smile. That's powerful. It's a devotion that's so fiercely loyal, so incredibly pure, and completely unblemished by the harsh realities of separation, that even the divine would look down at it with admiration and just smile. Honestly, it's an absolutely stunning emotional climax. Which brings us right to the end of our lyrical breakdown. But before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a lingering thought, one that really echoes the cyclical nature of this beautiful song. Based on everything we've just unpacked together, the stars, the changing cities, the inescapable overthinking, what do you think? Is true love actually kept alive by the person we miss, or is it immortalized by the memories that haunt our longest, quietest nights? Take that question with you today. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive, and hey, keep listening closely to the poetry all around you.